Hey you guys, what's going on? Awan Groundwalker here with another review. This is last and yes, I'm sorry, but least excited for. This is the Daredevil action figure out of the 90s Spider-Man vintage wave. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't looking forward to this figure at all, but looking at it, I'm actually so much more excited for it. And the reason why I'm excited is one, because the head sculpts, that's really actually the only reason. The reason why is because I can definitely see them reusing the head sculpt, the masked head sculpt and the Matt Murdock head sculpt on future classic Daredevils, and both look really good. But I don't know because I haven't broken them out of the packaging, so let's do it. We've got 90s Daredevil on the left side, we got Daredevil here, and then flipping it around we got the head swapping function, obviously outlined, 90s image of Daredevil, and an awesome image of all the character list. Let's open them. And taking a look at Marvel's Daredevil out of the packaging, I actually am pleasantly surprised at how much I do enjoy this figure. It's not amazing, you know, it's not a look I needed, but it's still a good figure for sure. So let's take a look at his articulation, shall we? So his head can look up that much. It's not on the new system. It's not really all the way on the peg there. So this is really how much you can look up, which is phenomenal for Daredevil. I love that. Looks super good. You can move that far down, which is phenomenal. Again, I love this head sculpt that on this neck peg, which means we get so much more motion. So I hope Hasbro kind of mimics this, but without the chin strap for our classic Daredevil, basically kind of like that. Anyway, his arms can only move about that far up because of this pad. If you want him to go further, you have to kind of finagle it, but only that far up because of the shoulder pad. There's a bicep swivel. There are very stiff. This figure is very stiff for me. Double jointed elbows, and then his hands can move up and down, which is nice. Next, he's got an ab crunch, as you guys were seeing, that can move that far forward and that far back. He has a torso articulation that obviously gives us this gappage. And then no butterfly joints because the armor probably is why they didn't include it. But again, I want a Daredevil on this new Spider-Man body so badly, a classic Daredevil. This isn't a look I want. But anyway, continuing. Kick that far forward, about that far back. He has upper thigh cuts, double jointed knees, which are actually loosey-goosey for me, and then his feet specifically are insanely stiff. So I got to move these a lot to get him posable. And again, I'm not going to be shooting this figure that often, but he does have pivot on it and then up and down motion. So taking a look at his accessories first, he comes with quite actually a little bit. I think almost the most I think any figure in this wave comes with. But he comes with his billy clubs, obviously very plain here. Not a lot of detail. You know, I wish there was more detail, but it's fine. These look good. Obviously, it's the standard sculpt we've been getting with all Daredevils, and even like Mockingbird or I think it's Mockingbird. And some of those figures, but they just port together like this. Obviously bendy, so you need a hot water treatment if you want to fix them. Next, he comes with obviously the fists that are on the figure, and he comes with these two hands. We got two open hands, so obviously both for his billy clubs. Shiny metal design, so that looks good. Then he comes with one other accessory. It is a Matt Murdock head sculpt, which right there, I actually really dig this head sculpt. I think this is the perfect Matt Murdock head sculpt. Again, always my gripe with Legends, but I wish they would have done the rims black and the lenses red. I would love that, but it's okay. I love the red hair, obviously, here. I love the facial expression. I love the way the glasses look. They did a phenomenal job with this piece. Obviously, this is on the yellow body, but it's supposed to go on the black one, but I like it on the yellow for now. I'm definitely have some plans to do a lot of cool swaps with this head to make a civilian Matt Murdock and do a lot of scenes from some pretty essential comic books, so that's awesome. Now, taking a look at the figure itself, because I want to do the look-see at the figure before we get into the swap that I am going to do and keep. I think he looks good. I love, if you guys take a look at the Shadowlands head sculpt compared to this one. This one is so not Matt Murdock. It's very narrow head. This part of the face feels very big and long. I hate it. I hate this head sculpt. This looks killer. Again, the chin strap I don't love. In terms of like a classic Daredevil look, if they redo this, I'd want them to not use the chin strap. I think the chin strap looks great here on this suit. I think it looks phenomenal. I like the red metallic paint. I love the DD here. Very clean. They didn't mess this up at all. I love that. This could use some like black wash or detailing. This is a very light gray and doesn't look really realistic. The billy clubs here look good. Again, the reason why we don't obviously have the oh my god, I can't talk. The reason why we don't have the strap on him is because he keeps his billy clubs in this suit here. Now, when taking off the hand, probably you guys are probably curious, and actually so am I, because I haven't done this yet. Does this come off? And it does. It does come off. So you're actually able to take this off. That way when you have him, which you should do, if you have him holding the billy clubs, please take it off. And because it makes no sense for him to be holding the billy clubs and then have the billy clubs still on his like arm holsters. So if you're gonna have him holding them, take these off. It makes no sense for him to have 4 basically billy clubs, 2 on his like 2 in his still where he's holding them, and then obviously the ones he's holding. So oh, there we go, we ported that back on. So I mean, yeah, I love the deco, no paint splotches, which is really awesome. I'm super happy about. I like the knees. Everything looks really good to me. They did a great job. This is going to be a very slept on figure. And again, I'm never going to shoot it. I don't love the look too much, but I think this is actually a really well done figure, and Legends did give us a very good figure here. Again, little things like obviously detailing a little more and giving us a little better accessories in terms of like the billy club specifically. I would have liked more, but it's okay. Now, the swap I was going to do first, we'll just compare it to the traditional Daredevil body. Probably wondering why there's no peg or no head sculpt on here, and I'll tell you why in a sec. If I can fix the focus, there we go. So taking a look at these two together, obviously they're about the same height, which is nice. We like that, you know, keeps the looks in canon, in universe. I like it. Now, what I wanted to do and will do, I'm not going to do any other size comparisons. You know, you've seen that kind of size next to you've seen it next to Spider-Man and other figures. But what I wanted to do is swap. I didn't even think about this until I got the figure in hand, but I wanted to swap the Shadowlands head sculpt with this new figure, and take a look at that. I think this is the perfect Shadowlands Daredevil now. Obviously, you could use bicep, you could use butterfly joints up here, but that's really it. I think they actually, now with this head sculpt, I think this figure is a home run. So this is awesome. This is how I'm gonna have him displayed, because I actually love the Shadowlands look, and I don't love the armored up look. And then in case any of you were wondering, here's the Shadowlands head sculpt on this body, and you can see how trashy this looks. I'll keep it in my display because it's Daredevil, but I don't love this look. But anyway, this is the figure that I really basically got out of this. In fact, I don't know where the billy clubs are for this figure, so I'm actually going to put these billy clubs in his holster. Actually, no, I do know where they are. No, I don't. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what billy clubs came with this figure. I don't know if it was the red ones with the silver tips, because I use those with my main Daredevil, or if it was white or whatever, but I'll use these silver ones with this figure. God. So yeah, like I've said, I really hope that Marvel Legends will give us a new Daredevil on the Spider-Man body, or just a super articulated body with better head sculpt similar to this head sculpt, obviously without the chin strap for a classic Daredevil, with butterfly joints and all that. So I'm hoping for that. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Again, like the figure, but it's not my favorite look, so I'm not going to do a lot with it, but I still like the figure. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified anytime I put out a review or a Shooting Figures episode. We're trying to grow the channel, so please subscribe, share, do whatever you can. Follow my Instagram, the link in the description below, because there you'll see all my stories where I unbox a lot of these figures, live streams. You'll see all my ACBA, my photography, basically the final products of all my Shooting Figures episodes, and you'll kind of get the behind the scenes as well on there as well. I just said as well twice. Thank you guys for watching. See you later.